Yeah, and I mean, I think with the big difference there, if you're, an attorney or an architect or something like that, where you're more able to control the workforce and the person power needed to get your piece done.
Service-based more.
Right. And it can be a lot more condensed down to one or two people or a smaller team. So.
Yeah, and you can work over the weekend. You don't have costs, right? You don't have insurance. Well, you have insurance, but you don't have the same type of insurance as you do as a contractor, or gas you have to pay, or
just labor in general.
Yeah, labor. So you can mitigate some of that. Essentially, your sweat equity can be, it's basically your time and the value of your knowledge and your skill set, your experience. But your outgoing expense for that, as far as dollars, is basically opportunity cost, and that's it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's other things that you, as an investor coming into a deal, that they can bring to the table to add equity, add value. For our veterans out there, I know you have a great veteran base with people who might have access to a VA loan. There's times where you can work a joint venture where that person can use their VA loan to purchase the property, live there while you're doing some permits to add in ADUs or whatever the case may be, and then at the end be able to sell that property off, do it again with the VA loan usage again, and obviously work with your loan professionals along the way to make sure that you're doing things to comply with the VA rules. But there are ways that, again, you're adding value in a way to get the deal done, in ways that allow you to leverage the property in a more economic way. And then, you save that money that you might use towards a higher down payment, toward that soft cost dilemma that we talked about earlier. And you're able to
so what Adam's talking about is essentially getting into the property for less money out of your pocket by utilizing one way, which is a VA loan. There are some fees associated with that. So as he said, talk to your loan officer, your broker, whoever your lender is, and ask them about that, because those fees can actually pop up. The thing you do get to save, though, the outgoing expense as far as dollars for down payment. Again, reach out to Adam and his team. He's very experienced in deal structure, very experienced in JVs, very experienced in acquisition. Obviously, he's talking about soft costs and construction. His partner, Matt, has built all kinds of stuff. Again, we met while we were trying to take down a deal that they're doing multiple ADUs, and that one is a transitional housing property, right?
Yeah, that's what using it as.
So various stages of attorneys, you need them, you bring that to the table. You need them for deal acquisition, you need them for setting up JVs, you need attorneys for, as we talked about earlier, if this, then this. What if somebody exits? What if somebody dies? What if there's a million things that can happen? Some of that stuff's templated, but you want to be in consultation. You want to have an attorney that you can ask questions to, number one.
Right.
Obviously, Adam's unique because he's doing this as an investor as well. So he is bringing that value to his team, and he can see it from the development investor standpoint, also from the risk mitigation attorney standpoint, the law, which he can couple those things and just provide a tremendous amount of value. So if that's something you guys are interested in, if you're an aspiring attorney, reach out to him. I'm sure he can potentially, I'm not, speaking for his time, but reach out to him and see if there's some value you can bring to him and some value he can return.